Today, I'm also signing an executive order to instruct the Departments of Defense and Homeland Security to begin preparing the 30,000-person migrant facility at Guantanamo Bay. Most people don't even know about it. We have 30,000 beds in Guantanamo to detain the worst criminal illegal aliens threatening the American people. Some of them are so bad we don't even trust the countries to hold them because we don't want them coming back, so we're going to send them out to Guantanamo. This will double our capacity immediately, right? And that's a tough place to get out of. Today's signings bring us one step closer to eradicating the scourge of migrant crime in our communities once and for all. And it was just it's just an unforced error that we even have to be doing this. Now we need Congress to provide full funding for the complete and total restoration of our sovereign borders, as well as financial support to remove record numbers of illegal aliens. And these are illegal alien killers, criminals at levels that nobody's ever seen before.
Shalom. First off, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahawah Chakwadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS who have taught us this word and teach us this word today. And I want to give a salutation unto the elect of the nation of Israel. This is Brother Yatazak Ba from the GMS Nebraska camp. This is GMS Endeavor. And, getting into this lesson, as you can see, Trump directs Guantanamo Bay to be prepared to host up to 30,000 migrants. We're in a high time of prophecy. This is, as the scriptures say in Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. The elect will be saved out of Jacob's trouble. That's what that he is talking about at the end. But here we're seeing a early stage, of Jacob's trouble upon the northern kingdom, of, Trump targeting our people and doing actions like this, sending them to Guantanamo Bay. And, it's through the Spirit, that the apostles, can see that, Trump is Nero in the reincarnation. Because when you go back to Nero and what he was doing when he was the Caesar over Rome, he was behind great persecutions over, those of our people who were worshiping Yahweh Shai, and he was behind. His actions led to, 70 AD at the end of the day, and the scattering of, our nation that were in Israel at the time. Nero was behind a great persecution of Israelites, and we see Trump today, taking these actions against quote unquote illegal immigrants, which, mainly the northern kingdom of our people. And, it's wickedness that our people are even being called illegal immigrants, the so-called Mexicans, the so-called Native Americans. How ironic is that you have quote unquote Native Americans, and people indigenous to this land, but they're being detained as illegal immigrants. Esau is the true illegal immigrant, and we see that actions are being taken, that Esau is exercising his hatred upon our people by targeting them, detaining them, doing things such as sending them to Guantanamo Bay. If we read down in this article here, it says, let's see, Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem said the base could be reserved to detain what she described as the worst of the worst, right? So that's the narrative that they're using, that these 30,000 immigrants that they'll send to Guantanamo Bay is going to be, the scummiest, worst of the illegal immigrants, the murderers, those doing the most heinous crimes. But these are 30,000 immigrants that we're talking about here. It's not like they're going to go through some sort of, processing, find, only the ones doing the worst crimes and send them. No, they're going to send whoever they want. This is just a narrative that they're coming up with, so it doesn't sound as so that what they're doing doesn't sound that bad. You know, because when we read down, it says, while the base is well known for its detention camp where the United States holds terrorism suspects, where the United States hold terrorism suspects, Guantanamo Bay also hosts a separate migrant processing center. So they're sending quote unquote illegal immigrants to this prison camp right next to, you know, terrorism suspects. That's what Esau thinks about our people. You know, this is the links that Esau is going to, you know, exercising that hatred upon our people. At the end of the day, Trump is just a front man for these draconian measures that's going out, for all these laws that are being passed, all this legislation and executive orders that's going out. This is the elite, you know, of the of Esau Edom that truly rule this earth, you know, moving and foreigning prophecy, you know, through the Most High, you know, using them to forward prophecy. Trump is just a front man, you know, and this is them exercising that hatred upon our people. You know, let's go to Genesis, Salakia. Let me grab Genesis chapter 27, verse 41. It says, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. You know, and Jacob is speaking about Israel, you know, who had the 12 tribes of Israel, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you know, and Esau is speaking of the so-called white man, you know, and there was a perpetual hatred that goes all the way back to the time of Genesis that is still in the nation of, you know, that's still between the two brothers to this day. You know, and the same hatred that Esau had with Jacob, that he said he was going to slay his brother, well, that blessing that was given to Esau to where, you know, he would have the fatness of the earth and the dew of heaven. You know, the earth would be given into Esau's hand, and, you know, he would be given the blessing of the sword, you know, with the power that Esau has, along with the power of the sword that the Lord gave him. That blessing he's exercising, coming down upon, you know, his brother Jacob. We've seen it with, you know, the hardcore slavery that he's put us in. You know, we see it with the way that we're treated, you know, in this captivity to this day. How Esau comes down upon our people, the police brutality, the unfair, you know, court system, the all of the wickedness and injustice that Esau does against our people. And this is just another example on how Esau is coming down upon our people, you know, the so-called illegal immigrants, you know. So let's read on. It says, the Biden administration had discussed using that center to process Haitian migrants who were fleeing worsening conditions in their country last year. The U.S. military also prepared the site to host migrants fleeing the catastrophic 2010 earthquake in Haiti. So, come on, man. Like, there's people who are actually in need of the nation of Israel. You're sending them to Guantanamo Bay, where you hold, you know, terrorism suspects. You know, so let's go to another article real fast. You know, from NBCnews.com. It says, Trump immigration raids snag U.S. citizens, including Native Americans, raising racial profiling fears. And this article, you know, is showing that, you know, there's profiling going on here. You know, this immigration, you know, ICE, with the deportation of the immigrants, is targeted, because you have immigrants from, you know, all different sorts of nations. Yet, what are we mainly hearing about? We're mainly hearing about those of the nation of Israel that are being targeted. So let's read on in this article. It says, American citizens, including citizens of native tribal nations, have been pulled into the vast immigration operations ordered by President Donald Trump in accordance with his campaign vow to conduct mass deportation since day one. So, you know, I mentioned it earlier, but it's ironic that, you know, those of the tribe of Gad, you know, tribe of Reuben, you know, they're called Native Americans, yet they're being deported and detained as illegal immigrants when originally they were here before Esau got here. So you're going to snatch them up and send them where? What, Guantanamo Bay? You know, where are you going to send them? You know, under the rules of, you know, being illegal immigrants, not being the rightful ones to be in this land, really Esau should be the one to leave. You know, so let's read on. It says the Navajo Nation office was flooded with calls from tribal members living off reservation, with many reporting being questioned about their identity by ICE officers. So let me see, because there's a specific, so let's read this right here. It says one of the employees detained and questioned by ICE at a seafood wholesaler during an immigration raid in Newark, New Jersey, was a U.S. citizen and military veteran. Newark Mayor Ras Baraka denounced the ICE raid, saying the military veteran suffered the indignity of having the legitimacy of his military documentation questioned. It says regarding the raid, ICE stated they may encounter U.S. citizens while conducting field work and may request identification to establish an individual's identity. The seafood wholesaler's owner, Luis Janota, told WPIX in New York that his warehouse manager, who was also detained, was Puerto Rican. Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory and its residents are U.S. citizens. It looked to me like they were specifically going after certain kinds of people, not every kind, because they did not ask me for my documentation for my American workers, Portuguese workers, or white workers, Janota told the station. They're going after specific people. They're not going after the Edomites. They didn't go after the Portuguese workers. You know, they're going after, you know, Puerto Ricans, which is the tribe of Ephraim. They're going after Native Americans, the tribe of Gad, the tribe of Issachar, which is the so-called Mexicans. And they're snatching up, they're detaining Puerto Ricans, yet Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory and its residents are U.S. citizens. So that's showing that this is a targeted, you know, thing where, you know, those in the nation of Israel are being, you know, the drop is coming on them from Esau, you know. And let's go to Ezekiel chapter 25, verse 12. It says, thus said the Lord Yahweh, because that Edom had dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance and had greatly offended and revenged himself upon them, right? Because, again, this is an early stage of all this that's going on. You know, of course, the scriptures prophesy of Jacob's trouble, you know, which a lot of judgment is going to come upon our people in Jacob's trouble for their wickedness. The 2/3 will be rightfully judged within Jacob's trouble, you know, and the elect will be protected. But the Lord is a master chess player, you know, because while judgment is being handed out by our people, Esau is revenging himself upon our people as well when he does different things such as this to, you know, kick off Jacob's trouble, or, you know, the way that it plays out while Esau comes down upon our people. You know, this is him taking vengeance upon our people. This is him, you know, revenging himself upon us and acting out his hatred. You know, so what does it say? Because Esau is dealing with us in this way, it says, therefore, thus said the Lord Yahweh, I will also stretch out mine hand upon Edom and will cut off man and beast from it. And I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of the Dan shall fall by the sword. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel. And they shall do in Edom according to mine anger and according to my fury. And they shall know my vengeance, said the Lord Yahweh. You want to take vengeance upon the apple of the Lord's eye? Well, you're going to know the Lord's vengeance taken upon you, taken upon yourself. Since Esau wants to, you know, unjustly come upon the nation of Israel, since he wants to you know, unrightly, you know, do wickedness against our people, the Lord is going to revenge himself upon the nation of Edom. You know, and there's going to come a time where Esau and his blessing of having the earth in his hands is going to come down, and that blessing is going to come upon the nation of Israel. This is going to be flipped around, and we're going to be able to revenge ourselves upon Edom and our kingdom. for all the wickedness that's being done. This is taking place right before us. It's beautiful because prophecy is happening, and at the same time, Esau is just sealing his fate day by day, and I want to grab one more scripture and we'll go ahead and close it out. Obadiah chapter 1 verse 10, it says, "For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever." And hey, that's a nail in the coffin right there, man. For Esau's violence against the Israelites, that we see taking place. These quote unquote illegal immigrants being, put in Guantanamo Bay. This is wickedness. This is Esau treating Jake like shit, like he's done for years and decades and centuries. And hey, more prophecy is soon to come. We getting to the end of this thing, man. Hey, we gotta stay prayed up. We gotta stay striving and seeking, the mercy of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, because Jacob's trouble is on the horizon. Like I mentioned before, this is an early stage, but it's going to get to a point where, they're sending these immigrants to these prison camps. Those of us who are in this truth, we're going to be searched for. Esau is going to be coming down on us, and he's going to show his horns and be trying to send us to different prison camps, concentration camps. We got to stay prayed up. We got to strive to be a part of the elect so that we can be protected and looked out for in these times by Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, so his hedge of protection can be with us. Hey, once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, B'Hawah HaKadosh. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS who have taught us this word and teach us this word today, and a salutation unto the elect. Hey, shalom.